Hey guys, it's Mazii Mone't, CEO of Pretty Gang, aka Pretty Gang Academy. How are my sorority sisters? I'm just now starting my Pretty Gang channel, and I just want to go over how I started my modeling agency. I know a lot of people want to know how I did it, how I started. You know, I make really good money doing it, and I actually got myself to the point where I'm able to work in 3 different states. So it's really grown tremendously. So I just wanted to talk about how I started my own modeling agency. I started modeling when I was about 17, 18 years old. Um, End up going more for like video vixen stuff, like music videos and stuff like that. I'm only 5 foot, so it's not like I would have been able to do runway or anything like that. So I ended up going more for the video vixen because I had a nice little body. I was doing music videos for about 8 years. So basically I went to school for cosmetology, and while I was in school for cosmetology, I was still getting bookings in, but I couldn't really make the bookings because I was still in school, you know, and I didn't have all the free time I had. So I started sending my girlfriends bookings, and I realized, I was like, man, I'm sending $300-400 bookings to these girls, and I'm like, man, I need to be making money from this. I felt like I was missing out on a lot of money, you know, and all of these clients were contacting me because of the network I had built, you know. So I was like, man, you know, I'm really just giving this away. Why don't I really look into starting it? So basically what I ended up doing is studying modeling to the T. So I took that information and I pretty much ran with it, and I ended up getting an opportunity to work at a modeling agency, which is really weird because the modeling agency that reached out to me was actually a modeling agency that I had wanted to work for a long time, but they told me I was too short, which is really funny because they ended up hiring me on to be a model, I guess a model teacher. I ended up teaching a class. I had a class of about 45 to 50 students. I was teaching how to build your portfolio, how to start in the modeling industry, uh, how to get bookings, acting. I was just teaching all these classes. And after that, when I finished cosmetology school and I finished everything, I really realized I really built up a major network when it comes to models and clients. So I was like, man, you know, and then models started reaching out and they were like, hey, you know, do you do this on your own, or are you only doing this with the agency? And I'm like, I mean, I was already kind of booking girls, so I was like, I guess I could. I guess the only thing was the models that I was getting in from the agency were really young girls, and you know, video vixen stuff, that's grown, that's 18 and up. So I didn't really end up using a lot of models from the agency that I worked at, but it really just opened my eyes to I could do this myself, you know. So that's when I kind of took my agency to the next level, and I actually started an Instagram, Book by Pretty Gang. And you know, I just basically started adding my entire network, like all the directors I knew, all the photographers I knew, all the models I knew. I started reaching out to directors, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm taking this thing serious. Whenever you need models, let me know. I got the models for you. Just let me know. And so eventually the directors started, you know, they already knew me anyway, so they were like, you know, let me start using her more often. So I started booking models that way. How I found my models, I mean, these were models that I knew, and then I would use the hashtag Houston Models. I started my company based in Houston, so I would use the hashtag Houston Models, and if you look under the hashtag, you'll find a ton of models. And I just started reaching out to other girls, like, hey, I got my own agency. If you're interested, come, you know, work with me. You know, getting these bookings, they're coming in pretty consistent. If you want to make some extra money, boom. That's really how I started my agency, and then things just started snowball affecting. Because then, am I clear? Because then, you know, all the bookings started coming through, and then eventually I started getting really big bookings. I think the very first booking I ever got was a Gucci Mane music video. It was through Book by Molo. Yeah, Book by Molo had reached out and said she needed some models, and I had like sent her some girls, and you know, they had selected like 10 of my girls, and you know, they were like, yeah, we're gonna select these girls, you know, we're ready to book. And I was like, oh my god, like my first like major booking is Gucci Mane. I'm so excited. And then Molo calls me and says, you know, the guys had decided to not go with my girls, and that was probably the most devastating shoot I had ever worked with, because all of the girls were so excited, and it was just really devastating. But I learned a lot from my first celebrity booking. Like after that, I was like, okay, I need to be on my P's and Q's and make sure everything is like I did make sure everything was in line, but like I need to make sure I'm in control of snatching the girls off and on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know if I can work as like a third party modeling agency. I was like, I really need to, like, if I want to do celebrity bookings, then I really need to focus on finding directors who work with celebrities. And that's kind of what I did. I started working with Mike Artiste Films, and you know, he started getting me a lot of bookings. Dang Film started getting me a lot of bookings. So we ended up getting Slim Thug, Zero, another like random director reached out to me, and we ended up getting Little Baby. That was really interesting. Like booking for Little Baby, I don't know, he was really like quiet. Like he didn't really say much. It was just like he was there to work, and I kind of like that. You know, you want it to be like that. So we booked for Little Baby, NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy was pretty cool. I was kind of mad that we couldn't bring our cameras in there, because I was like, dang, like I really want to like film this. Like, you know, right now he's hot and he's popping, and my girls were having so much fun on set, and I just really wanted to get behind the scenes for that, but I just couldn't. So yeah, and we got booked to have models for the Migos. So the Migos had a birthday party for Quavo, and they needed 30 models. It was so crazy. This is when I realized I needed to do my modeling agency full time. So I was working as a barber, because it was like a cosmetologist slash barber, and I was at work and I got a call that Migos needed 30 models for Quavo's birthday party. And I was like, what? Like, what? Like right now? They're like, yeah, can you pull this through? So I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? So I ended up reaching out to another agency, because they were booking for Miami and I was in Houston at the time. So I ended up reaching out to an agency that I was working with really closely, and I just told her, look, I need help finding these girls. Here are the girls that I deal with, you know, here are these girls, and if you can add some girls to it, let me know, you know. And she ended up coming in and helping me, and I booked her for the shoot, so she ended up being on set and like helping with the whole project. So that was a really big project. I made good money off that. So yeah, that was awesome. But just to name a few, and a couple other celebrities, you just gotta follow us. But after that, like after I started getting like celebrity bookings, that's when my agency kind of like started taking off, and it just started growing. So now we're getting more into like the production side. I want to start doing more film and like production. Like I'm doing a reality show with it. So it's like my company has definitely really grown, and I'm excited for where it's going. I can't wait to like just see where it ends up. You know, you just never know where things end up. Well, if you guys have any other questions about my modeling agency, leave comments below and I'll be sure to answer it or make a video replying. So you guys subscribe so that you guys can hear more about my story. I will be posting a lot more videos on how to get started. So if you want to be a model, I'm definitely going to be giving you a lot of advice on what to do. And I have a lot of experience, so I felt it was time. Like, it's totally time for me to just spread the knowledge, and we're gonna grow together. I'm so excited. Like, I can't wait for you guys to like get involved and stuff like that. So follow me at MaziiMonet, that's at Mazii Mone't, and follow my agency at Booked by Pretty Gang. Once again, leave comments below, subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye.